Hello, Eric. Hello, breadheads. Welcome to another episode of Stink Fresh. We're your stinky hosts, Ty and Eric. How are you doing, King?
King, I'm doing just excellent. How am I coming through to you on this fine Wednesday morning?
Well, I hear you loud and clear. Your voice is raspier than ever. Sounds like
Excellent.
you are calling in from Rikers or some other celebrity prison.
Check, check, 1 2 1 2. I am in rehab center in Malibu. Um,
Mm-hmm.
it's nice to hear your voice, Ty, because we only have a snack size episode for the Breadheads today. This is a Mighty Melt size episode. We spent a good 20 minutes trying to figure out the audio, and well, look at us now.
Yeah, we are recording. So unfortunately, the breadheads are on the losing end of this audio technical difficulty. So we'll try to pack the same amount of protein we'd put in a
hmm
foot-long feature-length episode in this Mighty Melt
hmm
15-minute bit.
The good thing about this, Ty, is we still get paid the same amount from Anchor, and
Hmm.
that's all I really care about.
It really doesn't make sense for us to record hour-long episodes when we are paid by the episode number of episodes started.
Exactly. Um, wow. It's
Oh,
not an inches eaten like model. It's a sandwich purchased model. You know,
mm-hmm.
through the door, and then once you're in the door, you're at the mercy of Big Way.
Which is really funny because if a restaurant based their success off of how many first bites were taken and not how many meals were completed, that optimization strategy doesn't really promote quality, just
Mm.
like this podcast.
Well, I was alluding to it, but you nailed it, Ty. Um, and that's why this podcast will slowly deteriorate over the next few months.
Mhm. A natural
uh,
entropy. Just
hmm
we're two grustlers out there trying to get our clout up, our podcasting
hmm
name. We can only dedicate so much time to the actual act of casting,
Yeah, exactly. I may be on a casting couch, but it's not the kind of couch you're thinking of. It's podcasting couch.
I think we should do a casting call and that we can replace Ty with a newer, younger, better looking, more eccentric host. I think that's what you really need, Eric.
It's not what I need, but it's what the fans need,
That's what
and
the fans
we're
need.
in, we're in service of our fans, Ty. Um, wow. Well, what did you do today?
Well, dude, I've eaten a lot of bread today. I got a new frying pan yesterday.
Ooh, is this an
Yeah.
Amazon cop, or did you go to like preset factory?
No, dude, this is a D2C purchase, direct to
Mm,
consumer. The brand is Material.
direct to
Uh,
chef.
Direct to chef. I love that. Direct to sandwich artist. Yeah, the brand is Material. It's got this
Oh.
like copper finish on it, which will I think have a really nice patina over time. It of all the frying pans, this seemed like the right move because it had the best reviews for resilience over time. If you're like not in the
Mm,
cast iron category, it's really hard to find a frying pan that's going to continue to be like non-stick and continue to like be nice after like 3 years. And
yeah.
you don't really want to do Teflon because you're already getting enough carcinogenic agents from your cheese Italian bread.
Exactly. I'm also a member of Non-Stick Mafia,
Mm-hmm.
because I think caring for a cast iron is
Mm-hmm.
like super lame, and it's kind of in the same realm as like caring about your beard.
Oh yeah, dude. It falls into like the like torch grill guy stereotype. Like,
Yeah, it's like Torch Grill guy who like wears like Red Wing boots, but like
mm-hmm.
won't buy a new pair of boots, but will just replace the sole, like that kind of crowd. And like it's also like kind of like dapper adjacent.
Oh yeah, it's like the kind of guy that like wears a fitted Levi's denim jacket.
Exactly. And they probably like don't live in Gastown, but they visit Gastown every day.
Mm-hmm. So I think the problem with this stereotype of like this male stereotype, Eric, is that it's the stereotype that you like lean on when you just want to generalize a dude. Like, it's like, what? How can I describe somebody without knowing them at all? Like, I put the least level of effort into describing. It's like the base model male, you know? Oh, it's a cast iron.
Yeah, all males start here, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
And then it's like the default character in like any video game. It's like you start with a cast iron daddy, who wears like Levi's denim, but like you can see like some real wear on it. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And you're right. How do you optimize your man after that point, Ty? Do you use Gillette?
I mean, that's one way. Is ditch the beard. Be your
Mm-hmm.
stereotypical male's
Mm-hmm.
beard. Maybe
The
get
best a
them
man could
to.
get. Do you get it?
I get it. Okay, I see what you're doing there. Um, yeah, maybe like get them on a better fitness routine. Maybe like introduce them to some ethnic food. Uh, Perhaps they need to like expand their like online reading to like a few new resources.
I thought you were gonna say that they need to expand their like social presence. You sound like a agency, like talking to a retail company, Ty. You're like, you gotta open the TikTok up. Like, what are you guys doing? You guys are lagging behind.
This is the challenge with the like the it's really tough to be uh identify as male in 2022 and also have a social media presence.
It's tough to
Like,
identify as male in general these days, Ty. There's
mhm.
been an attack on masculinity, and I want to know how you feel about that.
Well, as a self-identified soy boy, I found my niche. Um, there is an attack on masculinity, Eric. Maybe there. I'm gonna choose my words carefully here.
Please do. Proceed with caution.
I think like the theme of the new age is all about spectrums,
Mm,
divergent lifestyles,
mm,
and I think one of them is being like sexually divergent. You can, you can like be anywhere on the male female spectrum you want, and perhaps it ain't so binary, but
that is
that
true.
doesn't mean that like masculinity has to be I think we're gonna get into like more of a fragmented subgenre of masculinity. You'll have your like barbecue boys, but you'll also have your
Hmm.
like gym rats, and you'll have your like skater bros, and you'll have all these like genres of male that kind of manifest that all represent masculinity in different ways. It's kind of like, and every one of them probably has a Subway sandwich that you could tie to their movement.
Hmm. Exactly. That's what I was waiting for you to get to. Because, there's two types of people. You know what I mean? Well, four actually. There's like a quadrant for like toasted footlongs.
Mm-hmm.
There's a quadrant for untoasted footlongs, and then there's a quadrant for toasted 6 inches and then untoasted 6 inches. Um, all with varying levels of evil
Mm-hmm.
and and masculinity, I guess. So, toasted footlong, that's a medium male right there. But an
Mm-hmm.
untoasted footlong, that's a hardworking Gastown visiting beard oiling gentleman right there.
Yeah, dude, the untoasted footlong is such a strange play. Like, what a 40 chess move here, because you're like optimizing for things that I don't consider. Maybe it's like length of sandwich life, speed to consume. You know how like at
Hmm.
hot dog eating contests, they always
Hmm.
soak the hot dog in water because they can eat it faster and they can eat more, right? I'd
Mm,
imagine that an untoasted sandwich dripping in sweet onion sauce has a similar quality.
mm. Interesting.
Hmm. So, what type of
Yeah,
dude is looking for that as an attribute of their footlong,
moistness. You know
or
what? I
like
think
quick consumption?
quick consumption. Somebody who is on an unpaid break, probably.
Hmm.
Somebody who's working on the front lines. Um, Perhaps somebody in a trade. They got the
Hmm.
Carhartts on. They're dusty. You know, maybe
Oh
they
yeah.
drank Budweiser in the truck on the way to Subway because they can't.
Hmm.
There's no time to have it separately. You just got to do it on the way there.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah, there's
yeah,
some
Ty.
oil stains on their Dickies jeans. They got like a safety vest on, or perhaps a hard hat, or maybe they're carrying a hard hat. You ever see that post shift?
I love when they like put their belongings in the hard hat, like
Hmm.
the Belroy, the Belroy wallet,
Yeah,
and like a nice otter box.
yeah. They got an OtterBox on their like Samsung folding phone.
Yeah, but you know what? Teach their own. And if speed of consumption is one restraint you got to play within, but you need the calories to go about your day,
Hmm.
then dude, load her up with sauce, baby. Hit that four sauce count.
And I think that's the thesis we're marching towards right now, Eric, is that an untoasted footlong is the perfect sandwich for your hardworking blue collar male, and maybe therefore the pinnacle like trait of a masculine sandwich eater, because the sauce soaking leads to increases speed of consumption for your blue collar break, but also the ability to consume more, just like hot dogs. Meaning you could like maybe take on 18 inches in one lunch rush. That's crazy, but
Exactly.
only someone that's burning a lot of calories because they have a very physical, labor intensive job is going to need that.
hmm You're making me think about the hot dog at Subway in Italy and how much regret I have for not trying it. I should have just went in there,
You
ordered a
should have.
6-inch hot dog, and maybe dipped it in water,
Yeah, it's a blue Gatorade.
Exactly. Man,
Oh
I
man.
mean, that thing was probably, I wonder how good the sausage is. And I wonder if it's good enough for the staff to just like pick one up and snack on while no one's in the shop. It's gonna go
Mm-hmm.
bad anyway.
Sneaky glizzy. No one needs to know.
Exactly.
I'm not as excited about trying the questionable beef that lines is like in the hot dog bun. What I'd be more excited about, Rick, is the sauce opportunities at Subway for a hot dog. Imagine some sweet onion or some ranch or some barbecue working its way in there.
Wow. Sweet onion is the perfect relish replacement. Like,
It's
you don't
way better
want
than relish.
to, you could totally chop up some red onion as well,
Mm-hmm.
sprinkle that
Mm-hmm.
on, a little bit of sweet onion,
Mm-hmm.
perhaps yellow mustard, and what else, Ty? What else you got on there? Banana peppers, obviously.
Yeah, dude. I think jalapenos could be kind of good. Maybe some black olives.
Mm.
If you really want to get pickly with it, you could use real pickles instead of relish, which is bullshit.
You're right. This would be a really
Cheese,
good
shredded
lunch
cheese.
option.
Yeah.
Oh, toasting a hot dog? You toast a
Oh,
hot dog?
dude, you would totally toast a hot dog. Maybe you can get a little marinara sauce drizzled on that motherfucker. Wow.
Wow. Just
Oh
like that,
shit,
the
I'm
Think
hungry.
Fresh boys are going back to Roma. Dude, we
Uh-huh.
gotta like book a flight to Milan or something as a team.
Mm-hmm.
Do
It's
some
time for
team
a think
building out
fresh.
there.
We need to think field trip.
Yeah. Oh man, one thing we haven't done, Ty, that we need to do together is travel. We gotta find some way to do this, whether it's a business trip or strictly personal, strictly pleasure, as I would like to say.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta make it happen at some point.
Sorry, babe. I have a weekend getaway with my co-host.
We can bring the wives if they so wish.
Mm. Yeah, that's okay too. A little 20 48 hour double date action.
hmm
I like
I
the
like they
sound
put
of
a
that.
hard I like they put a hard cap on the time because you don't want to like overstay.
You don't
That
want to
could ruin the
overdo
podcast.
it. Yeah, we never record another episode. Speaking of ruining the podcast, we got to end this one early, Eric. We're at the almost at the 15-minute mark here, and I'm
Wow.
hungry for a dog. The dog in me is craving a hot dog.
One could not blame you, Ty. I too am craving a dog after this dirty dog of an episode, and I'm happy to say that we once again are able to deliver.
Mm-hmm. Call us Uber Eats because we're occasionally delivering on time.
Exactly.
We always make you hungry.
Yeah, and the service is 100% free.
Yeah. The only difference is we don't ask for a tip.
hmm unless you want to, sign a petition. Like that's like the only thing really you could do at this point.
Yeah, if you've ever thought about tipping Think Fresh podcast, take that $2 to $3 and reinvest it in our Save the Falafel petition. It's on change.org. The link is in our bio. What we're trying to do is Think Fresh wants the falafel back on the menu. Vegetarians and falafel lovers amongst the world are coming together. This is the change we need to see. You can be a part of it. Sign the petition today. Bring the falafel back to the Subway menu.
Take it from this meat eater right here. We need the falafel on the menu for a million different reasons. One of which is it tastes really damn good. So
Tastes
go
really
ahead
good.
and hit that bio link. Drop a couple, dollars, a couple of loonies for you Canadians, and yeah, let's make some change we want to see in the world.
And if you're broke AF, just leave your signature. Every signature helps.
That's right.
All
Well,
right, Kate.
talk to you later, Ty. Talk to you later,
You too.
breadheads.
Ciao.
Bye.